What's going on, football fans? It's Nick Ciamarra here with another electric episode of Controlled Chaos. Today is Friday the 13th of April, which means we are 13 days away from the draft and 8 days away from post-420 related suspensions. Josh Gordon, I'm talking to you. Don't do it, man. The Browns need you like ramen noodles need a microwave, man. Drink a beer or four, enjoy yourself. But as the one and only Stephen A. Smith would say, stay off the weed. Speaking of suspensions, a week ago, linebacker Thomas Davis was suspended 4 games by the NFL for a banned substance. Apparently it was some sort of estrogen blocker that he was taking. I saw the video he posted on Twitter of him apologizing, and I've watched this man on and off the field since he was drafted. Nothing leads me to believe that he was trying to cheat or anything like that. I think it was only a mistake. Either way, this is definitely going to hurt the Panthers next season, since Davis appears to be the leader on that defense, and they need him if they want to play like that 2015 Panthers defense. So wide receiver Jarvis Juice Landry just secured a big old bag.
You get the bag and fumble it, I get the bag and flip it and tumble it. Straight off the lot, 300 cash.
Worth $47 million guaranteed dollars, which is part of his 5-year, $75.5 million contract. Since he entered the league in 2014, Landry has 400 receptions, he's been in 3 Pro Bowls, and he currently has the second most receptions in the NFL among active players. Look, I hate the Dolphins, but I would watch them when I could, just to see Jarvis play. I'm glad he's earning the money he deserves, and I'm excited to see him and others try to flip the losing culture in Cleveland. Big news out of Dallas today. Wide receiver Dez Bryant was released by the Cowboys, and it sounds like shit went south. Dez said in an interview with Jane Slater that some of his coaches were not man enough to tell him how they really felt, and that he wants to go to a team within the Cowboys division. So Dez is clearly taking this move personally, looking for revenge by playing the Cowboys twice a year, he hopes. I could see him fitting well in the Redskins because they clearly need an explosive receiver. I think the Giants and the Eagles could use him, but I don't see that much of a need for a guy like Dez on those rosters. He's on the back end of his career, but he certainly still has talent and passion to offer another team. My guess is he signs with the 49ers. Whether it's Dez Bryant, players in the draft, or some other veteran players, this team is going to need to add some offensive weapons. So I think they pick up Dez. For the most part, I'm sticking with my picks on my mock draft. Feel free to check that out on the Controlled Chaos Twitter and Instagram accounts if you have not seen it already. I'm going to post an updated mock draft shortly after this episode, since the Patriots just traded wide receiver Brandon Cooks to the Rams for the 23rd pick in the first round and a 4th round pick. I do like this move for both teams. The Rams get a talented speed demon of a receiver, and the Patriots get another 1st round pick along with a 4th round pick. When it comes to talking about this year's draft, everyone is so laser focused on the top 4 quarterbacks: Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, and Baker Mayfield. Plenty of teams need quarterbacks like these guys to be successful and win a championship. And these guys show a lot of potential, but I have not heard much about Lamar Jackson. Right now, you can say what you want because we don't know how any of these quarterbacks are going to translate to the NFL. But I think Lamar Jackson will translate better than any of those other 4 guys. Better than all 4. I'm not saying he will play better or his team will win more. When I say that, I mean he will be the quickest to adjust to the pro stage, like Deshaun Watson was last year. It's the way he talks, the way he plays, overall the way he conducts himself. So my gut feeling is he gets picked up by a team who needs him, and he will be successful in the NFL. On Wednesday, the NFL released the official preseason schedule, and most of the time I never pay any attention to it. Then I looked at who the Ravens were going to play in August. Turns out not only are the Ravens playing the Rams, but they are also hosting the Rams for a scrimmage/joint practice, which means ding ding ding, Michael Crabtree and Aqib Talib will scrimmage and practice near each other. Honestly, I hope they don't fight again, but their little chain feud is just hilarious to me. I have to believe that snatching a man's chain is like the ultimate middle finger, besides disrespecting his family, of course. Like, there's a lot of ways you can say, let's fight, but I think that tops everything as far as disrespect goes. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's it. I want to end all of this current Odell Beckham talk about the leaked video and where he might go, because I think it's all a waste of time. Yeah, it's fun to speculate. What if he went to the Patriots and had Tom Brady as his quarterback? Or what if the Rams added him to their already stacked list of free agent signings? Odell is a New York Giant, one of the best receivers I've ever seen play, and worth much more than 2 fucking first-round picks. What he did in that video was wrong and dumb for a lot of reasons. But I'm tired of hearing all these guys talk about him like he's so much worse than the rest of the jackasses in the league. He has his problems, and he can be a distraction to the team. We've all seen that. But he is the only reason the Giants have been relevant since 2014. In his first 3 seasons, each year he's racked up over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and been a Pro Bowl selection all 3 of those years. He's a grown-ass man living every football fan's childhood dream, and these analysts are worried about him hanging out with Drake and partying on yachts. This man has never been arrested or gotten in any real trouble. And I hear guys like Chris Carter and Ray Lewis who are so worried about him. Ray Lewis says he doesn't have God in his life, and Chris Carter is talking about him like he's about to die or something like that. If you're so worried about him, why are you not telling him this? Like, this ain't Dr. Phil. You're on a sports talk show. If you're worried about him, tell him yourself. It's crazy to me. Alright, back to New England. Since the beginning of the offseason, the Patriots have traded away Brandon Cooks, lost cornerback Malcolm Butler, wide receiver Danny Amendola, offensive tackle Nate Solder, and running back Dion Lewis through free agency. Even after losing all of that talent and former defensive coordinator Matt Patricia, Patriots fans should not be worried about next season. This is still a top 5 team at the very least, playing the Dolphins, the Bills, and the Jets twice a year. Come on. Now they have 2 first-round picks. Gronk is probably coming back, along with Julian Edelman. And even if, they didn't return for whatever reason, Tom Brady can win with damn near anybody. And that is one of the many reasons why he is the greatest quarterback ever. I still believe Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback right now, but Tom Brady's career is unmatched. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. News and related topics come from NFL.com and ESPN. All other statements and opinions are my own. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out our Twitter and Instagram at CONTR Chaos for more content and my latest mock draft. You can tell me how much my Stephen A. impression sucked. You can tell me what you think about anything going on in the NFL, or give me any other feedback. I always appreciate that. Keep surviving the off season and have a kick-ass weekend, everybody.